Hello everyone. Today is my day 4 of training. Now I'll answer the assignment questions one by one. What are the different algorithms on which the load balancer works? Please explain the least 3 algorithms, at least 3 algorithms with examples. Uh, the load the load balancing is a method where administrators distribute network traffic to different application servers. So distributing the workload across the several servers through load balancing can make a network more efficient, faster, reliable, and make more capacitable with uninterrupted uptime. So there are different types of load balancers. The first one is round robin load balancing method. Here the name suggesting that the client requests are distributed to application servers in a simple rotation. Hence, it is called as round robin load balancing method. For example, if you have 4 application servers, the first client is requested to the first server, the second client is requested to second one, third client is requested third one, and the fourth client is requested to the fourth one. Next one is weighted round robin load balancing method. Here, the administrator assigns a specific weight to each application server based on criteria of the coding. So hence the relative traffic handling capacity of each server, which is having a highest traffic, will move to the same host. For example, if application server 1 is twice powerful as the remaining one, so the first one is moved, the first host is moved, or the first users is moved to the first application server, and the second one is moved to the first application server, and the second and third host is moved to the second application, and fourth is moved to the third one. So hence the weighted distribution is properly maintained, and also it gives you the latency of the balancing method. Next we shall see the least connection load balancing method. So it is, the name suggests that whatever the request is coming from the user side, it sees the least connection, which is having the least connection, it goes to that particular server. So if there are 2 servers with the lowest number of connections, the server with the highest weight is chosen. Next one is weighted least connection load balancing method. So in the weighted least connection load balancing method, the same way the weight is seen here. That means the load master makes load balancing decisions based on assisted server weights. So if there are 2 servers with the lowest number of connections, the server with the highest weight is chosen over here. Next we shall see resource-based load balancing method. Here the decisions based on the source IP hash load balancing algorithm. So here the unique hash key is generated for the particular client and the particular user. So suppose if the connection is lost, again the connection is redirected with the same key. For example, if you take a Zoom connection, if the Zoom connection is ended abruptly, then both the client request and the server request is connected using the same particular hash key. So the transaction will be secure, and also the load balancing will be balanced over there. Next question. Mention at least 5 different use cases where you think cron job is set up in the application when you use on a day-to-day basis, such as Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Google, etc. Basically, the first thing is the cron job is nothing but It is a command which is used in Linux, used to automate the specific things which will do the repetitive tasks repeatedly. So cron job can be set up to run by 15 minutes or a day or within a month or any combination of these. For example, if you could set up a cron job to delete a temporary files for a month, every month, so that you can free up the disk space, it repeats every month. And the next example is, if you take the e-commerce websites, the e-commerce websites all will have a particular data of the users. Those users data will be scrapped every day. So that data, that unnecessary data, which you have to delete from the server. So in order to delete those data from the server, you write the code that is from the cron job. So the next is Facebook. The Facebook has birthday notifications. There are many kinds of notifications over there. So all those notifications which are repeated uh, in a day, in a month, or in a year. So all these repeated notifications are done by using this job, that is cron job. Next one is the Google Calendar. The same way the Google Calendar shows you the things which are already upcoming events. Those events are repeatedly repeated by this cron job. Next one is Myntra, where Myntra price drop alert notification is popped up for a particular user who has already checked for a particular order or an item. So this is done by the cron job. Now we'll see the next question. Next question is, create a document to explain New Relic Dashboard. What are different things on New Relic Dashboard? So the first thing is, New Relic is a software that focuses on performance and availability monitoring, where this is kind of a surveillance system which monitors both the client and the server side. So New Relic is the monitoring tool uh, which is implemented to track the characteristics views based on mobile applications, web servers, desktop applications. Now we shall see the New Relic dashboard. If you see the left-hand side, there is a time picker. This time picker which allows us to pick the time of our choice, where we can select the time from 30 minutes, 6 hours, 12 hours, or in a particular day. Next one is JVM, that is Java Virtual Machines. Here in this particular dashboard, there are 4 hosts which are running here. So we can click on the any host to check the particular time period or to check the overall web transaction time or anything. Next is web transactions time. In the web transactions time, there are 3 things, that is JVM, web external, and response time. So the response time is nothing but which captures the response time, which is time taken by the host to the server. And the next is the green color is in the web external, and the light blue is in the JVM. As you can see, there is a apps button on the left hand side of the dashboard. So if you click on order service, you can have various tabs here. That is JVM, Redis, MySQL, etc. Here Redis and MySQL are 2 different databases. So you can click on particular database to check the transactions time or web transactions time. So here I will click the Redis, that is in the red color. So this particularly shows the transactions time between the host to the server by using this database. As we move to the right hand side of the dashboard, you can see the AppDex score. So AppDex score will have 2 things, that is application server and the browser. So here we can set the threshold for each of the things. The first one is browser. So browser will have a 2.5 seconds of this transaction time. and it is having 0.83 of percentage. And the application server, which is having a 99% of transactions time, which is satisfied. Next thing is throughput. The throughput will have a 2028, that is 2.28 thousand RPM. So RPM is here is nothing but requests per minute. So this throughput, this machine is handling around 2000 requests per minute on an average every second. So this is the throughput of this machine, where you can test the load, or we can check the load capacity here. The next thing is transaction tab. In the transaction tab, it shows the login page where the how much response time is required. And here it is showing 1210 milliseconds of server time. Next, and also there are different types of login via and index HTML, all those things. Next thing is error rate. If there are anything errors which is showed here, so the latency will be calculated here. Though the error rate is around 0.04%. So it is having a 0.0773%. So it is having maintaining the request per minute of 1910, that is RPM. So with that 1910 of RPM, it is having error rate of 0.04%. Next one is application activity. Application activity will have three tabs, that is in progress, event log, and filter. Here in progress, there are no actual current in progress application activity which is or violations which is running now. Next, if we click on the event log, we can check many of the event logs, that is New Relic, Pet Clinic, all those things. So logged in, closed, all those things will be logged here. Next thing is filter. If you want to particularly see the particular events of violations, that is critical violations or warning violations, you can check in this tab. Next one is the hosts. In this machine, there are 4 hosts are running here. You can click on that particular host to check response time, throughput, CPU, usage, and memory. So each host will have different types of response time, throughput, all those things. You can check by clicking on this icon, that is break out each metric by host. Now we shall see the next question. List out different use cases where we can use AWS Cloud Watch. AWS Cloud Watch is also a kind of monitoring tool which watches all your activities on cloud and stores in a log file where we can access it at any particular time. So for example, there is a house and a CCTV camera. So the same way this principle works. So there are different kinds of use cases. The first one is monitoring. So monitoring application performances. Second one is perform root cause analysis by analyzing the metrics and also logs. Third one is optimize resources proactively. So there are kinds of resources where we have to use it in a particular manner so that we can have an output of optimization with a particular statistics. Next one is test website impacts. So finding out exactly what is happening in our website, what is impacted by viewing the screenshots or logs or web request at any particular time. So these are the use cases where AWS CloudWatch comes into picture. So this is all about today's training. Please review the video. Thank you.